Yeah. What's good, baby? What's the deal? What's the deal? Make sure I see y'all up in here. Make sure hitting that like button, man. Make sure hitting that like button, baby. Yeah. 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 Yeah, you see it. I know you see it. I know you see it. I know you. I know you see it. I know you see it. I know you see it. I know you. Make sure you hit that like button when you come through here. Make sure you hit that like button. Text verse. Make sure you hit the like button, man. Yes. 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 Hey. Hey. Man. I really don't know what to say, man. I really, man, that boy growing up before our eyes, ain't he? Ain't he? Like the QB growing up before his eyes, and it wasn't even the perfect day, because he made a very crucial, costly mistake. A very crucial, costly mistake. But he was able to make up for it on that last drive that throw to Noah Brown. But I mean, hey, the defense played well. To be honest, I mean, because the defense held the Bengals for the majority of the game. Like Joe Burrow them go out there and score on the first drive of the game, and then after that they weren't able to do anything else. Like they wasn't able to do anything else until like midway through the third quarter. Like they wasn't able to do stuff. So the defense played well, and the offense looked like they was in control. And for a long period of time they couldn't stop C.J. Stroud. And plus that boy Noah Brown, that boy Noah Brown. I know people in Dallas mad now because I know you seen Michael Irvin crying last week talking about Noah Brown never looked like this because y'all ain't have a quarterback like this. Like that's the difference. That's the reason why Noah Brown. That's the reason why Noah Brown wasn't looking like how he wasn't looking like this in Dallas. Because y'all ain't have a quarterback like C.J. Stroud. Yeah, y'all had a guy in Dak who could put up a whole bunch of numbers and pass stats and get a whole bunch of yards and touchdowns, well mostly yards. But the reason why, but y'all don't have that guy. Y'all don't have him. Yeah, that's like the kids say today. Y'all don't have him. Y'all don't have him. Y'all don't got him. You just don't. And make sure you hit that like. But I see most people jumping in. But make sure make the Texans just won. Just had, like I said, a roller coaster. I see somebody putting it talking about a roller coaster, and it exactly was that. Again, CJ has to be better on that third down, that 3rd and 3 where he threw the pick that almost cost the game, which made the game closer than it should have been because we should have won by 10. Like we had 10-point victory, we should have won by 10, and he made a very, very crucial, costly mistake in that situation. Luckily, I think he's going to learn from it. Like I've been saying before, when he have bad decisions, bad games, and things like that, he learns and he comes out better. You see, he had that terrible performance against Carolina, and then backed out and had threw 5 touchdowns and 407 yards in the game-winning touchdown. And hey, man, hey, he said, hey, hold on, wait, I just seen it. Hold up. Yeah, but yeah, like it's crazy, man. It's crazy. You gotta be better in that. You gotta be better in that situation. But I think he's gonna learn from it. I think he's exactly gonna learn from it. Hey, and shout out Master Race 400 for the super chat love. Definitely appreciate that. All they had to do was run and punt, run the clock. That pick luckily didn't bite us in the ass. And shout out to you for super chat, man. I mean, I understand why they threw the football. I understand because every great quarterback, Patrick Mahomes, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Drew Brees, you can even throw in obviously Aaron Rodgers. You can even throw in Josh Allen and Joe Burrow and Lamar Jackson in those type of situations. More so, Lamar Jackson might do something else, might run the football, but they put the football in their quarterback's hands to get that first down because you get the first down there, the game is over. Like, they get a first down right there, the game is over. It's a 10-point lead. I think like 3 minutes left to go in the game is over. The worst thing that you can do in that situation is throw a pick. Actually, technically, the worst thing is throw a pick 6. But the worst thing you can do is turn the ball, turn the ball over. And that's the worst thing. That's what would have happened. If he would have got sacked right there, if he would have tried to run and then get the first down, if it was an incompletion, all those things would have been better than throwing that pick and giving the ball like at the 4 or the 5 yard line, 10 yard, wherever it was, gave them the ball in the red zone for them able to score and get a quick, easy touchdown, good, quick, easy, cheap touchdown. So I understand when people say run, pass, and run, punt, and basically ice the game. You ice the game by going for it in that situation. I'm not putting the ball in your quarterback's hands. Tank Dell was open. It was a bad throw by CJ. It was a bad throw. CJ has to do better in that throw. He has to put more into that throw. I would have rather him try to run and get the first down. Like I said, Lamar Jackson and probably also Josh Allen. They might have used their legs in that situation. But Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Drew Brees, Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, all the great quarterbacks. Those quarterbacks in those type of situations, they're throwing in 3rd and 3. They want the football in their hand, and the coach is going to give the football in their hand and throw it. I don't give a damn that he's a rookie. I know people say I don't care that he's a rookie. We've been treating him like a great quarterback. That's what Bobby Slowick said. The defenses the defense against him or defending against him like he's a great quarterback. They're not treating him like he's a rookie when they play in defensive coverages. They're not doing it. They're giving him all the respect that he wants and all the respect that he needs and deserves. So what you need to do in that situation. What you need to do in this situation is allow him to make those plays. I like the fact that they trusted him. I like the fact that they trusted him enough to. I like the fact that they trusted him enough to give him the football in this situation. He just got to make a better decision. Hey, and shout out Joe for the super chat. Appreciate that. Definitely appreciate the super chat love. Definitely appreciate that. Shout out to Joe for the super chat love. Definitely appreciate that. And make sure you hit that like button. I see more people that jumped in here, but the likes ain't going up. Make sure you're hitting that like button. Again, the Texans just have one of the best opponents, your best opponent probably on your schedule. And like I said, things in the narrative is about to change now. Narratives are about to change right now. The narratives are about to change right now because the Houston Texans just went into Cincinnati and beat the Cincinnati Bengals. Now the Texans have the tiebreaker over the Cincinnati Bengals when it comes to playoff implications or anything like that. They now have the tiebreaker over the Cincinnati Bengals right now. They have a better conference record than the Buffalo Bills. They have a better conference record than the Jets, and they do end up playing the Jets in a couple weeks, so they can handle their business right then and there. And also they also have a better conference record than the LA Chargers as well. But none of that matters because you play the Cardinals next week, and at home you got three straight home games. The Cardinals, the Jags, and also the Broncos. So we already know that game against Jacksonville, because I'm looking right now, Jacksonville lost 34-3. I kind of figured Jacksonville was going to lose to I kind of figured Jacksonville was going to lose to the 49ers in 34-3. I'm actually glad they got beat like that. But anyway, they're going to lose to them. Now that puts you in prime position now. You got to take care of your business next week against the Arizona Cardinals. You do. You got to take care of your business next week versus the Arizona Cardinals. You got to take care of your business versus the Arizona Cardinals next week. But once you do that, that Jazz game is for the division because you've already beaten them. Because I laid out the map work on my last regular video last week. I laid out the groundwork right there. You are in prime position to take on division. Like I said, you got the tiebreaker versus you got the head-to-head versus the Bengals. You have, as of right now, you have a better conference record than the Bills and the Chargers, and you can eventually have the head-to-head over the Jets because you played them in a couple weeks. But forget all that if you go ahead and take care of business the next couple weeks and you take away the AFC South away from them Jacksonville Jaguars. And we put ourselves in prime position to do that right then and there. We put ourselves in prime position to do that today. I just see the Cleveland Browns beat the Ravens. So don't worry about that pick right now. Don't worry about that pick right now. I just see that the Browns just went out there and beat the Ravens. So don't worry about that pick right now because that division over there in the AFC North is getting dicey. And the Bengals definitely needed this game. They definitely needed this game. Now everything's getting very, very muddy in the AFC North, but we ain't talking about the AFC North. We talking about the Houston Texans and what they went out there and did today. But like I said, I understand why they gave the ball to CJ in his hands. I'm actually glad that they did because it shows you how they feel about this guy going forward. But you just gotta make a better decision. Luckily, it didn't cost us today's game. It's a learning moment. Just like his first pick, we was able to get the football back because they fumbled it. So just like his first pass attempt was batted down, and he had to catch himself. His first pass, he caught himself. So CJ is very lucky and very fortunate for a lot of things to help and fold his way when it comes to the way the season's coming down. So what we need him to do, we need him to be better. And again, I think it's more so of a learning moment, and we're going to get better with that. Another thing today, when it comes to the offense, when it comes to the offense, Singletary and the running attack. We see how good this running attack look. Like I've been telling y'all before, when it comes to Dameon Pierce, he don't hit them holes right. He doesn't understand. He don't understand, but it's like he doesn't read and see those cutback lanes correctly for some strange reason. He don't see them cutback lanes, and Devin Singletary was. And today, and what it shows in today's game is that we more predicate more towards the pass, and we lean more on the pass, and the pass set up the run. The pass opened up the run. The pass, so we're not a running football team. I know this offense usually is a running football team type of offense, but with C.J. Stroud and the things that he's doing and how he's making Noah Brown and Tank Dell and all these other guys, the way he's making these guys look right now, what he's doing is he's actually showing you that he's in control, and he is the catalyst of this offense. And he makes his offense go. So what we need to do is lean on the pass and set up the pass, have the pass open up and set up the run. And when it does that, when you have a running back like Singletary who knows how to read the cutback lanes, unlike Dameon Pierce, and I like Dameon Pierce a lot, but Dameon Pierce in this offense system does not know how to read these cutback lanes. When you see the passes open up the run game, those holes will open, those running lanes and cutback lanes will open up, and Singletary was hitting them, planting that foot, hitting that one cut, and dipping in, and doing exactly what he needed to do to make the running attack look the way it looked. Our first 100-yard rusher in I think they said 17 games, if I'm not mistaken. I think he had a career high in rushing yards. And it's not that I even think that Singletary is a better back than Dameon Pierce. I'm not even out here saying that Singletary is a better back than Dameon Pierce, because it could be I think it's more so system fit. That's really what it is. It's more so system fit. And as of right now, Dameon Pierce does not fit this system. And that's something that I wish that the Texans, D'Amico Ryans, Bobby Slowick, Nick Caserio could have figured out a couple months ago. Because maybe we could have targeted the draft differently. Maybe we could have targeted some of these free agent signs a little bit differently. These undrafted free agents and things like that that happened out during the offseason. And we could have figured it out sooner. It shouldn't take us all the way to, week 10? Week 10, the 9th game of the season, to figure out that, hey, maybe this right here don't work. Maybe this right here don't work. So it shouldn't have took us this long to get here. It's something that I noticed a couple weeks ago. I noticed this a couple weeks ago, and I'm just sitting there watching off the TV. I noticed it a couple weeks ago, but I feel like it's something that I wish that they would have understood and realized a couple weeks ago. But that's part of the reason why the running game was looking the way it was looking today. The passing attack opened up the running game, and Singletary is a better person at reading the cutback lanes than Dameon Pierce is. This system fits him. He's a better running back to fit this type of system. And that's what now going forward, what we need both Mechie and Hutchinson to do better on running their routes, because when you see Hutchinson and when you see Hutchinson number 19 and when you see Mechie number 8, when you see those guys out there, we be talking about it all the time. Oh, they about to run the football. That's what they about to do. They about to run the football, because you know why? One, they're real good blockers, and I'm glad they're real, and they're probably our best blocking receivers. So also you also need Tank. Tank gives effort. Tank is just a smaller guy, really. I mean, Tank gives his effort. He's just a smaller frame guy. He's like 5'8", 165, 67 pounds. So I mean, he's just a smaller frame guy. So it's not about effort with him. He's just a smaller frame guy. Now Nico Nico needs to be able to block better. I'm really Robert Woods is a good blocker as well, but Mechie and Hutchinson are actually probably our best two blocking receivers. So when we put them out there, they're better blocking receivers. I need them to get better at running routes because once they get better at running routes and we trust them more with their route running and they're able to get separation and things like that, catch football, wherever the situation is that we keep them from we're not really throwing the football in their direction. That means when we put them out there, they might think, okay, they got Mason in the out here. They're gonna run the football. Now that play action pass becomes deadly. Now we get to the point where the play action pass becomes deadly because what this offense normally does, we still have the run to set up the pass. We run the football, play action pass because we used to run the football, getting big chunk yards. Now we play action pass and boom. We want to now, it's the opposite. We throw the football around, we get the defense back, we spread out the defense. Now we run the football and we're able to gas you guys for runs, able to gas runs. After that, okay, because then they're going to start understanding and they run the football a lot. So we need to come crashing down to cut back these running lanes and come and stop this run. Now we hit them with the play action pass, and we hit Tank Dell, and we hit Mechie, and we hit Hutchinson, and things like that. So we need these guys. So we need Mechie and Hutchinson able to get better and running routes, catching footballs. I know Mechie had, and actually I was thinking about this right before Mechie had the catch that he had to get us inside. I think it was like the 4 or 5 yard line. Once he got us inside the 5 yard line, like once he got us there, ended up taking him out. Like I was just thinking this, like right as that happened, like hey, we need to go out there and give him. We need to go out there and we need to get him better at running routes, get him better at catching the football. Wherever is the hindrance, whatever is not getting him and keeping him on the field, he's not doing the good. Whatever it is that's not getting him and keeping him on the field, we need to get him better at that. And same thing with Hudson because Hudson had a good rush early in the game, and that's really what we use with Hudson. We use Hudson to block, or we use him with the little jet sweep and let him in the run around, and he's able to get first down and stuff like that. But again, like I said, the defense. For 3 quarters, played a phenomenal game defensively. Like DeMeco Ryans had called a phenomenal game on the defensive side of the football, and the defense played phenomenal in the first half. I mean, well, not in the first half, the first 3 quarters. The defense played phenomenal, and then in the fourth quarter. Like even though when they start scoring and getting some more points, back-to-back drives, the defense ended the game. The defense on back-to-back drives got a pick out of Joe Burrow. Joey the Great. We got 2 interceptions. We got 2. One was actually they both were bad throws and bad decisions. One was a bad throw, and the other one was just a bad decision. Like the first one, the answer was a bad throw, and then it was a bad decision when Griffin caught the pick in the end zone. And that right there should have ended the game. The game should have been over, but like I said, CJ made, you want to call it a right. You can call it a rookie mistake if you want to, because it really was a rookie mistake. But at the same time, I like the fact that we trust him in that situation. He just got to do better, and he has to have a better throw or a better decision and things like that. But yeah, but like I said, it was a great game, and I know the NFL. I know they mad. I know they're absolutely mad. I know what's his name? Jeff Bezos, Amazon Prime. How's it working out for you? About only getting marquee games and everybody in the NFL, all the teams in the NFL are not able to get a primetime game. How is it working for you? How's it working? I mean, I know this coming up Thursday, you're going to have a good one with the Bengals and the Ravens. You're going to have a good one with the Bengals and the Ravens. But I just want to know, how is it working for you right now? And then tonight, Sunday Night Football, the Jets and the Raiders. How is this NFL? How is this not having every team on a primetime game really working for you? Because right now, one of your biggest stars, obviously your biggest upcoming star, but probably one of your biggest stars coming out right now, Corey Stroud, CJ Stroud, what they call him, out there balling, and y'all don't get to see it. Y'all don't get to see it. Everybody don't get to see it. Everybody don't get to see it, man. All that, everybody don't get to see it. Because y'all decided not to put everybody on prime time this year. The first time since 2010. Since 2000, well, actually since 2009. I'm sorry, since 2009, because in 2010, that's when they started that every team gets a primetime game. In 2010, they had started that that's over a decade, that every team has got a primetime game. And you want to change it because Jeff Bezos paid all that money last year for Amazon Prime to get Thursday night football games. And last year he didn't like the product that he was getting. He didn't like the numbers. So what he was going to do was, hey, everybody will get. I want you to make sure you give me what y'all feel is the best primetime games. You can't decide that going into the season. You don't know. You don't know. Like I said the other week, like week one, week one, when Aaron Rodgers went down for the New York Jets. All the Jets games became irrelevant. No one cares about the Jets. Y'all gave them 5 primetime games and nobody cares no more. Nobody cares no more about the New York Jets outside people in New York who are Jets fans. Because actually most people in New York are Giants fans. Or Cowboy fans, honestly. There's a lot of Cowboy fans out there in New York. They don't care about the Jets. Nobody cares about the Jets. But yeah, y'all keep putting them on primetime out because of Aaron Rodgers. And I get it. But you don't know what's going to happen. I've been saying it for weeks. I've been saying it for months now. They should do like college football does. What they should do is do like college football does. Your first couple of weeks, week 1 through 4, that's fine. Y'all map out the Monday and Sunday night games. That's cool. After that, going forward, all the rest of the games, except your Thursday night, not Thursday, but your Thanksgiving game. You want to give a Thanksgiving game. That's cool. I ain't tripping about that. Like you had your Thanksgiving and your Black Friday game. That's cool. But the rest of the primetime games. What they should be doing, like in college football, they go week to week, and they in 2 weeks this is gonna be the game. It's gonna be the primetime game. Like out all the games on schedule. That's a good game. That's a good game. That's a good game. And because if Jeff Bezos paid the most money since Jeff Bezos paid the most money to get Amazon Prime Thursday Night Football, then you make whichever one y'all feel is the most marqueest be on Thursday night. If that's what you want to do. Even though I think that Sunday night game is the better production and is the better game quality. Honestly, be the Sunday night game. To me, Sunday night is the most marking game. I know back in the day, back in the 80s and the 90s and the early 2000s, it was the Monday night games. But I think to me it's the Sunday night games. But I digress. But and shout out Jeffrey Hunt for the super chat love, man. Appreciate that. Shut down the day just in time to catch. Just enough time to catch the last quarter. Go H-Town. Yes, you should shut it down for the day just to catch the last quarter, man. I'm glad you did, because you seen a very roller coaster, wild ride. You seen that boy CJ go out there and get that last not the last touchdown, but go out there and see CJ once again have back-to-back game-winning drives in his career. He was robbed of a game-winning drive against the Falcons when this defense gave up a game. But I'm glad he was able to get 2, baby, man. Hey, shout out to Jeff for the super chat love, man. Appreciate that. But speaking of robbing, speaking of robbing, how they robbed that boy Robert Woods and CJ of a touchdown, talking about that he stepped out of bounds. That was bull. That was bull. We are talking about $1 billion industry. We're talking about $1 billion because it's 32 teams and all 32. Well, 31 of the team. There's 32 teams, and out of 32 teams, 31 because Green Bay is owned by the city or owned by the fans or whatever it is. But 31 billionaires own franchises. This is a multi-billion-dollar industry, and y'all can't give me a proper camera angle to tell me and let me know that that he did or did not step out of bounds. They couldn't tell. That was just so stupid. One, he didn't step out of bounds because from the camera angle up top, it clearly shows his foot. This is foot. This the sideline. My arm is sideline. This is foot. His toe is right here. His toe. If y'all can see it, his toe is standing right here. His toe is down. He's not touching. His heel did not hit. He didn't he tiptoed, toe tap swag, whatever you want to call it, tiptoe right there, and then ran and was able to catch the football. That was absolute bull from the camera. But this dumbass ref gonna sit there and throw out his head because he felt that he thought he stepped out of bounds. And then we can't have a camera angle closer. All we have is the one up top. We don't have one on the side, on the back. Come on, man. I've been saying this for years. For one, what they need to do is put microchips inside the football and put little systems all underneath the field, or especially in the end zone, to let people know when the ball is across the plane, wherever the ball is on the sideline, so we exactly know where it is. So we ain't got to do this measuring and stuff like that. We know exactly where the ball is. But at the very least, you can do it for the end zone. If it's too expensive and you want to do it throughout the whole football field because you don't want to rip up football fields, that's perfectly fine. I'm cool with that. But put it in the end zone. Put it in the end zone. And also, and shout out to my boy Honcho, because Honcho brought up a point, put it across the whole sideline barrier. That way we know when somebody steps in and out of bounds. Because you always want to take your hat off. Instead of taking your hat off, you know exactly when somebody steps out of bounds or not, because of the GPS system you have on the sideline. Like I said, shout out to boy Honcho. Honcho brought that up. And shout out to everybody out there in South Sports as well. But that's what y'all gotta do. That makes the most sense. I don't understand where this coming from. It don't make any sense to me. Hey, and shout out that boy Herb the Don, man. What was that Thriller, but CJ Stroud came through at the end, man. Shout out to her for the Super Chat love. Appreciate that, man. Definitely appreciate that. Yeah, it was. It absolutely was an absolute thriller. It absolutely was. If you went to the game and people in Cincinnati, you got your money's worth even though your team lost. It was an absolute game. That's why I said the NFL, I know, are kicking themselves. The NFL is kicking themselves like, man. Because we said this months ago. Not months ago. We said this a couple weeks ago. And shout out to Wink, because Wink said this about 2 weeks ago, that, hey, this game needs to be flexed for a primetime game. This game needs to be flexed for a primetime game. And they never did it. I thought, you would need to do it by our bye week, because you had to have a 2-week period. So they couldn't do it after last week's performance. And I don't know if they could have did it during the Carolina game. So that they should have did it like during the bye week, had flexed, especially when you see what tonight's game is, the Jets and the Raiders. But I think what happened was, this is what I think. I think the Jets had got people fooled, because the Jets, even though they lost Aaron Rodgers week 1, like the Jets were 4-3 until they lost last week to the Chargers. Like, the Jets had people fooled, and I guess they thought that maybe because it's the Jets, it's New York. It's the Jets, it's New York. Media capital of the world, that they thought that they possibly still could generate views and generate numbers, because the Jets were. It wasn't like the Jets were like 1-8 or something like that, like or 1 whatever. Like the Jets were 4-3, 4-4. The Jets were still a very good, decent team. So I guess they felt like, okay, possibly we could still get in, but no. Even if the game is a good game, even if tonight's game is a good game, even if tonight's game is a good game, it's not going to be as good as this, with the implications this game now has for the playoffs. Because before you already know, okay, Cincinnati, the Bengals, they won 4 straight. Okay, we already know what they working with about from a playoff standpoint. But right now, the Texans have now entered the playoff conversation, and there's no mistake about it. This is not just a fan being a fan. The Texans are now entered the playoff conversation. Now, will they or won't they is a different conversation. But we're talking about entering the playoff conversation. They have now entered the playoff conversation. No mistakes about it, ladies and gentlemen. No mistakes about it. They have entered the playoff conversation right now. That's what it is. And because of that, the NFL completely messed up. Completely and utterly messed up. They completely messed up because they was banking, because it's New York and it's the Jets, instead of actually looking, because the Texans have showed you since week 2, because even after the slow start against the Indianapolis Colts, how they came back and fired back, how they looked again, how they went into Jacksonville and smacked Jacksonville around the mouth, how they went to came home against Pittsburgh, against Pittsburgh, and smacked Pittsburgh, everybody's Pittsburgh Steelers in the mouth. Once that happened, once that right there happened, they right there completely showed you that, hey, this is a team that's worth watching. People might not, because the name not used to the Texans this and Texans that because of the name and the logo on the helmet. But as of right now, hey, this is going to be a team this team is going to be a team that people outside want to see and want to watch. CJ Stroud has now guaranteed the Houston Texans, when we come from a primetime standpoint, next year they're going to get 3. They're going to get 3 primetime games. The Texans next year will have a Thursday night game, a Sunday night game, and a Monday night game next year. The Texans will have next year a Sunday night game, a Thursday night game, and a Monday night game next year. They are. Because right now, the things that CJ Stroud is doing, they're going to make sure they want to put CJ Stroud on prime time. They're going to want to put CJ Stroud out there. They're going to put him on prime time. And shout out to boy Chris for the Super Chat love. Definitely appreciate that. What is this new Texan team that I used to love? Go for the last 3 years because they. I'm not gonna say the rest of it. But yes, go Texans. Yes, go Texans. Yeah, I know because everybody think I know Chris is a Colts fan, so he's not. He likes what's going on. He likes that not mediocrity, that horrific football that we've seen for the last. Was it 3 years? Yeah, it was. 2020, 2021, 2022, yeah, 3 years. I thought it was 4, but you're right. It feels like 4 years, but it's only been 3. And actually, the team was competitive in 2020. It just didn't win. It was the last. Actually, to be honest, they were competitive last year. I mean, they've actually been. They were competitive in every game in 2020 except for the 2 openers in that Bears game. That Bears game was bad. But last year, they were competitive in some other games. But hey, shout out to Chris for Super Chat love. Hey, shout out OG713. This game had blowout potential. P.S. Lamar's a bum. P.S. Lamar's a bum. Hey, shout out OG for the Super Chat love, man. Appreciate that. Yeah, this game did have blowout potential. I mean, they thought it was. I don't want to say they had blowout potential. They thought the perception they thought it was going to be a blowout. The perception was they thought it was going to be a blowout. It didn't have blowout potential. The perception was that they thought it was going to be a blowout because of the name on the jersey and the logo on the helmets. They thought it was going to be a blowout, but they forgot that we got this guy as a quarterback to go out there and make Noah Brown go out there and look like a now we're hey Is Noah Brown a number 1 receiver? Like that's going to be the conversation that people are going to be talking about. That's what people in the city are going to be arguing right now. And I'm pretty sure that Skip and what's his name, Michael Irvin, they going to be up here discussing about Noah Brown again because they were talking about Noah Brown Dalton Schultz last week, and boom, now Noah Brown had a career game last week, followed up by another career game this week. Like nothing, he had another career. He almost had 200 yards. And that last play, when he caught it, got the first down, and then broke for some more yards to guarantee us a field goal range because we're dealing with a backup kicker. We're dealing with a backup kicker because our kicker's out. We're dealing with a backup kicker, so make sure we got him in a good, comfortable position. Man, and the way Noah Brown was out here splitting the defense and able to catch the football, Man, because you got that dude at QB, bruh. It is point blank, plain and simple. You got that dude at QB, bruh. You do. You absolutely. You got that guy at QB. You got that guy at QB, man. Like again, I understand he made the mistake, but he bounced back from it. And then after they get the touchdown and we got the ball up by 3. He gets the football, and that time, okay, I think because you got the ball back was like 3-13, I think, like 3-13, and then right then because of that, Bobby Slowick and the offense played a little bit too conservative, because in that standpoint, all you need to do was get a first down. We was discussing this and we was talking about this in the Discord during the game that if Okay, what we need to do? Do we need to go out there? Do we need to play conservative, trying to run the clock out? Do we need to try to go out there and score a touchdown, be aggressive? What we need to do was get a first down. All we need to do is make sure that we didn't have to score. All we had to do was have the possession of the football once it was 2 minutes. That's all you needed. Possession of the football once it was 2 minutes. Well, first down. You need to make sure you have possession of the football and a first down once it reached 2 minutes, because then right there you can take a knee and go home, because they would have been out of timeouts, but they only had one timeout going into that situation. That's all you needed. So you had a minute and 13 seconds to make them use their last timeout, and also make sure you had a first down when the clock was at 2 or under 2, however you want to say it. And they ran the football very conservative, and then tried to take a shot. Now, granted, he almost completed the ball. Like the ball was almost right there, dropped in the bucket, right there, foot tank there, and that would have iced the game, obviously. But actually, because it would actually got you in field goal range. I'm about to say, but would have iced the game. And to be honest, think about it. It actually might be because where Tank was, if Tank would have caught that football, more likely Tank would have went out of bounds. I think that was at like at 2:20. Tank would have went out of bounds. That would stop the clock. So unless you ran the clock out again, like if they would have stopped you and you would have been forced to kick a field goal, now you're giving them the ball with possibly a minute left or less than a minute left, under down by 6, and they gotta go for a touchdown. They possibly could do what you did to they possibly could do to you what you did to Tampa Bay last week. But anyway, I digress. That's a conversation for another day. I didn't like the fact that they took a shot. All you needed was to get was the first down, because they would have got they would have went and got the first down right to the net. Got the first down. It would have ran to 2 minutes. Got the first down. It ran 2 minutes, or made them call timeout, whatever. You would have been able to milk the clock. You've been able to milk the clock. So I didn't like the decision. To me personally, I thought that them going for a deep shot, even though they almost completed it, I think going for that deep shot to me was a worse decision than the pass attempt that they tried on the previous drive. The pass attempt on the previous drive wasn't wrong with the attempt. It was just it was a bad play. It was a bad decision, a bad throw from C.J. Stroud. The other one was the one that tanked the deep shot tank there was a bad try. Like they should have tried that deep shot. That's my personal opinion. I don't think they should try that deep shot, because you just need to gain the first down, able to milk the clock and go home with a 3-point victory. Even though you did it, but you just did it in a more dramatic way, more dramatic fashion. One, able to earn C.J. Stroud another game-winning drive for his career. So now he has 2 back-to-back game-winning drives, because we talked about how technically Bryce got game-winning drive against us, and then we backdoor after that 2 weeks later, backdoor and get back-to-back game-winning drives of our own for CJ, because CJ didn't have a game-winning drive, because before that his other 2 games he scored and won. The other 2 wasn't game-winning drives. He blew out the Jags. He beat both the Jags and Steelers by 20 points, and then the Saints had the ball in their hands. The Saints had the ball in their hands, and had threw a pick on the Saints game. So it gave him back-to-back game-winning drives. But like I said, Noah Brown. In that, Noah Brown in that position, like I said, him having a career game, him making the plays he was able to make. Same thing with Tank. Like Tank, the touchdown Tank had was nasty. How Tank caught it and then hit the little shift and then dove in. Like you can't catch him in the phone booth. You can't catch him. He got quick feet. Like Tank is not the fastest receiver. He's not like Wolf full of speed. He don't Tank's not the fastest. He don't have Wolf full of speed. He's not like runs like a 4-3 or 4-2 or anything like that. I think his 4 time was a 4.5. Was actually surprising that it was that slow. It was like a 4.5. but he has extremely quick feet. He's extremely shifty, and his change of direction, he's able to stop on a dime and change. He's able to stop and change and cut on a dime and get the football in his hands and he may play. That's why I say he's not a deep threat per se, but he's a playmaker and he's a weapon. He's not a deep threat per se. He's a playmaker. He's a weapon. I actually think that Noah Brown is actually probably a better Noah Brown, like Noah Brown and Nico are probably like better like deep threats, honestly, than Tank. But Tank is just more shiftier. Tank is just more shiftier. He's quicker. Cause the difference between straight line speed and being quick. He's more shiftier, more quicker, and him able to make his cuts the way he's able to make cuts and able to get himself open. That right there goes into him able to take. You can able to take shots with him down the field, and you able to make plays with him down the field. But hey, like, CJ's just showing you that he can make he can elevate the talent of a lot of guys, man. Like, his play, he elevates the talent of a lot of guys. Like, cause I mean, like Noah Brown had almost 100 yards in the first half. Like, I think like at halftime he had like 97 yards. I'm like, damn, Noah Brown got 97 yards. Like, what's going on? And like I said, because they could not in that CJ, especially in that first half, was slicing. Thing is, we just weren't capitalizing when we needed to. Those the fumble snap. I didn't even get to this. The fumble snap that was on CJ, on CJ fumbling the snap. The fumble that they called, it was a fumble that wasn't when he got hit, and then he got hit in his head. He got hit in his head, and again, we've never had those calls. We've never got those hands to the face, anything like that. We never got those calls for our quarterback. From Matt Schaub, from Deshaun Watson, and now from CJ, we have never got those calls. Like we have never got those calls, and it was very, very very frustrating. Like we never got those calls we had never got those calls for our quarterbacks ever. Like we never had. I mean, I'm pretty sure somebody had got rough in the past, but like we never had those crucial calls when we needed them. Like you seen like Peyton Manning. Like Peyton Manning was the king of it. Like Peyton Manning would get saved a lot out of a bad decision for a hit. Him and Tom Brady go tick for tack. Him and Tom Brady go tick for tack. Tom Brady more because Tom Brady he played for 155 years in the NFL, but like Tom Brady and Peyton will always get that. We see Patrick Mahomes get it. We seen Drew Brees get away with bad decisions sometimes and get saved by bad decisions sometimes because of hands to the face or hit up high or something like that. But our quarterbacks from Matt Schaub to Deshaun Watson and the CJ Stroud did not get it. Wasn't getting it. Like they didn't get it. Like CJ didn't get it today. CJ didn't get it today. Like CJ didn't get it today. So, but yeah, that fumble shouldn't have been a fumble. It was an incomplete pass. His arm was going forward. Where's the tuck rule? You know what I'm saying? Where's the tuck rule, man? Where's the tuck rule? Like we didn't get that. What else? Stingley giving up his very first touchdown of his career. Stingley's not ready. That's the reason why they ended up pulling him out and putting Stingley. See, I'm surprised Steven Nelson was out there. And I think that's the only reason why Stingley was playing, because I mean Stingley got hurt right after week 2 with a hamstring issue. We didn't get any real information about the hamstring. We didn't know. We didn't know anything real information about Stingley's hamstring issue. We just know that he had a hamstring issue, that it might need surgery. He could be out either it was either 4 to 6 weeks or 6 to 8 weeks, one of the two. I can't remember which one. I think it might be 4 to 6. And then we got the information that he possibly won't be playing until December and stuff like that. But the thing is, we never really got any. I know when they said about the force of week that he made knee surgery, but we never knew exactly to the extent of what the hamstring issue was. We didn't know exactly what it was, and then no update, and it's boom. He had practice. He's activated. He's at practice. In full participant in practice. Oh, now he's activated on the full roster. Boom, now he's starting. No progression period. We didn't understand exactly what was going on, and I just don't think that he was ready. I just don't think that Stingley was ready. And again, I said this before. A lot of people want to bring. Anytime you talk about Will Fuller, people want to bring up about him being healthy, not playing, never not playing, him not being healthy. When are we gonna start giving that same exact treatment to Derek Stingley? When we gonna start giving that Stingley? I don't think that he's ready. I think it was more so. They felt pressure to put him on because of the Nelson issue. Steven Nelson, him being hurt. Also, being hurt. I can't think of his name. The safety. I can't think of his name. Jimmy Ward. Jimmy Ward. You going up against Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, Tyler. You going up against all these guys. I think they felt pressure. I think they felt pressure to I think they feel pressure to put him out there. I think that's what it is. I think they feel pressure to put him out there, and I think they feel pressure to put him out there, just to get him going, just to get him playing, and bruh, I just don't think that he's ready. I just don't think that he's ready right now, and I think that they'll probably evaluate him again this week, and I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't play against the Arizona Cardinals. Not saying that we're taking the Arizona Cardinals lightly. I just wouldn't be surprised that they rest him. I just won't be surprised that they rest him, because this Cardinal game is a big game too, because you don't want to lose momentum. Because right now is the time where the good teams, start separating themselves from the bad teams. Like everybody, people be winning, losing. Now we get to the part of the season where the good teams and the bad teams start getting dropped off. The bad teams start getting dropped off right here, make a stop here, make a stop there, and the good teams keep going. So you can't fold at home versus the Arizona Cardinals. You can't fold at home versus the Arizona Cardinals. You can't fold at home against the Arizona Cardinals. And then also when you now what's his name, Trevor Lawrence, who everybody want to bring up as an MVP candidate for some strange reason. Everybody keeps talking about Trevor Lawrence, how good Trevor Lawrence is, the Jags this, the Jags that, and you go look at Trevor Lawrence stats. Like, yeah, the Jags won, but he threw 150 yards, a touchdown, a pick. Like what is the MVP? How is that MVP? Or no touchdowns in the pick, or no touchdowns, no pick, but 102 yards. Because he's number one overall pick, and that's fine and dandy. We gotta go out there and punch them in the mouth, but we gotta take care of business versus the Cardinals. And also, now Texans have won their 5th game. It's the first time we won 5 games in 3. Because our boys, Chris, shout out talking about in 3, about 3. Where's the Texas team that he's loved for the last 3 years? This is the first time we won 5 games in 3 years. It's been 4 seasons, really. 2019 is the last time that we won more than 5 games. More than 4 games, I mean. We won 4 games in 2020, 4 games in 2021, and then last year we won 3.5. We haven't won more than 4 games in the last 3 seasons, and now we got 5 wins, and we still got 7 games to go. No, is it 7 games? No, 8 games to go. Yeah, we only play 8. Yeah, it's week 10, but we played 9 games. So yeah, so we got 8 games to go. We got 8 games to go. Eight games to go, and we've already won 5 games. Unlike the last 3 seasons, we've only won the maximum of 4 throughout the whole season. So, man, shout out to D'Amico Ryans for calling a great game defensively. Like I said, shout out to Noah Brown. Shout out to CJ for stepping up, and even after a bad decision, a bad throw, going out there and putting his team out there and driving with no time left with a walk-off field goal to win the game. Like I said, and I know some people want to get on Slowick. Hey, I will shout out Bobby Slowick because again, I shout out Bobby Slowick for showing the trust in your quarterback because that's what because we can't sit up here and act like this when what was it? 2017, Deshaun Watson at New England, at Seattle. We was hooping and hollering and crying because we was hooping, we was hollering, we was crying because both of those games we didn't give the football to Deshaun Watson. We didn't let Deshaun Watson go out there and we didn't let Deshaun Watson go out there and make a play. We didn't give the football to let Deshaun Watson win the game. That's what we were saying in those games when Bill O'Brien didn't put the ball in Deshaun Watson's hands, and our defense led up game-winning touchdowns to Jimmy Graham and to Brandon Cooks. We was crying then, but now we can't sit up here and right now and be like, okay, Bobby Slowick shouldn't have made that play call. No. Bobby Slowick trusted his quarterback and put the football in his quarterback's hands because he's a franchise quarterback and he gave the trust to him to ice the game. He just made a mistake. It's all. Yeah, the quarterback, the offensive quarterback didn't make a mistake. The quarterback made a mistake. I'm just calling it like it is. I'm not gonna say, but just because I like C.J. Stroud, not hold him to the standard that he wants to be a franchise quarterback. He is a franchise quarterback, so I'm gonna hold him to those standards. I understand that he's a rookie. I understand he's a young guy. So was Foe, and we was upset that Foe didn't get that shot. Now we can't be upset that CJ got the shot. Be all no, he's just a rookie. No. He got the shot, and he got the shot. He just missed it. We gave him the shot. He missed it. Luckily, he was able to redeem himself and was able to drive us down to get the game with a field goal. So, like I say, like Stroud, I'm glad that Bobby Slowick trusted. I'm glad that Bobby Slowick trusted Stroud enough to put the football in his hands in that moment, in that time to score, put points up on the board, or to ice the game, however you want to feel about it. And I like the fact because going forward, that right there, people are saying that going forward, that trust going forward is going to pay off huge dividends. It really is. That trust going forward is going to pay off huge dividends. I think that I said that Stroud is going to learn from mistakes. And again, I do think that it kind of worked also worked opposite because they started being very conservative on the following drive, and they still had a field goal. Because think about it. Like, again, you put the ball in CJ's hands, CJ's up by 10. It wasn't like CJ was up by a point. CJ was up by 10. It was a two-possession game. It was a two-possession game, 3rd and 3, and you put the football in his hands. So I don't want to hear this that we should just ran the football. No, you give the football to your quarterback for him to ice the game because you're up by 10. One, you actually have a look. To the truth be told, you had some wiggle room because you were up by 10. Again, if you up by 1, you up by 3, you up by 1, where you could either they could tie the game with one possession, or you could be in the deficit in one possession. May change the outlook of the decision. Maybe you might go a different way, but you do have, to be honest, to be fair, you do have some wiggle room when you're up by 10. When you're up by 2 possessions, you do have some wiggle room because even if they score a touchdown, which they end up doing, you still up by 3. You still gonna get the football back leading, and then still now they still could very much just tie you. And now they could just very much tie you, and you can go to overtime or what the Texans are doing, kicking the game, win field goal, win the game. Like the Texans, I won't say they were playing with house money, but the Texans were in a good position. The Texans were in a good position. The Houston Texans were very well in a good position. In this situation because like you up by 10, then you up by 3, then you tied. Like so, I mean, it wasn't like the lead went away and just boom. There's no more lead. The Texans now are scrambling, and like I said, on their last drive, the Texans still were in a good situation for us because worst case scenario, as long as you don't turn the ball over, worst case scenario is that the game goes overtime, and then CJ did it with his first ever NFL overtime game. I ain't gonna lie, it was kind of giving me what was it, the playoff vibes when he was at Ohio State. You know, him driving, making plays, and then come down to a field goal kicker. It was kind of giving me, you know, those playoff vibes when he was at Ohio State trying to get to a national championship game. Luckily, for CJ and for us in the Texans, that our field goal kicker made the field goal. We won the game because, like I said, right now we're 5-4. And we're right here. We're right here in the whole playoff conversation. Like the playoff conversation is extremely right here, right now. We are in the playoff conversation, man. We're completely in the playoff conversation. We definitely are. We are definitely in the playoff conversation. The Houston Texans like are definitely in the playoff conversation. And now, I wonder what the talks is going to be now because you know it was a lot of stupid rhetoric going out there when people like Dan Orlovsky was telling like, hey, that CJ should be in the conversation for MVP. The stuff that CJ is doing, like not only are we talking about greatest rookie performance of all, we're not talking about just greatest rookie season of all time. He's doing stuff that's top of the league. He's doing stuff that we haven't seen since the merger type situation, which you know they always go back to because the reason why they say since the merger because before the merger it was half the teams and stuff like that. So we're talking about significant things. We're talking about top all time in certain situations, second all time in certain situations, and things like that. That's what we're talking about. So he should be in the MVP conversation. But nah, one, he's a rookie. Rookies don't be that, and then two, because the team is 4-4. Last time I checked, the MVP ain't tomorrow. They wasn't doing the vote tomorrow for the MVP last time I checked. Still got a whole season left. So like his record, I can see if he was 0-8. I can see you talking about 0-8 guy because they was talking about Justin Fields last year in the MVP conversation, and that team ended up getting the last pick in the draft. And they was talking about Justin Fields should be in the MVP conversation. But CJ Stroud can't be in the MVP conversation because the Texans are 4-4 when they were only won 3.5 games the previous year? That's absurd. That's stupid. That's dumb. That's completely absurd. Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. Now you gotta talk about this. Because it wasn't just, great performance against Tampa Bay. It wasn't just that. Oh, no. Like what you gotta say on Get Out. No. We just went inside Cincinnati and beat Joe Burrow. We just walked inside Cincinnati and beat Joe Burrow. Made Joe Burrow give up 2 picks. They should have ended the game, but I digress. And then CJ Stroud goes in and has a game-winning drive, walk-off field goal to win the game in Cincinnati versus the Cincinnati Bengals, who were rolling. They were on a 4-game winning streak. This wasn't like, hey, if we would beat the Cincinnati Bengals 3 weeks ago. We beat Cincinnati 3 weeks ago when the Bengals were, or not maybe about 5 weeks ago when the Bengals were on their downside and Joe Burrow wasn't looking healthy and things like that. Now we went out there. I know they didn't have T. Higgins, and I know Jamar Chase probably wasn't 100%. You know, Joe, even though Jamar Chase was making plays, but what now we went there and won. So now let's bring this CJ Stroud conversation of MVP. Because really, like I said, rookie of the year, box it up, send it to the 713, send it to Houston. Go ahead and give us offensive rookie of the year. It's already done. You might as well just mail the trophy, send it offensive rookie of the year. Offensive player of the year. Offensive player of the year should be up. MVP should be up on the table as well. Like CJ Stroud could possibly go for a trifecta. Now we already know they're not going to do that because I don't think anybody has won MVP and offensive player of the year in a while. I think it's been done before, but it's been a long time because normally, like a lot of times, offensive player of the year is like either one what's the word I'm looking for? One it goes to a guy who should have been MVP but wasn't a quarterback, like how Derrick Henry got it a couple years ago when he probably you could have possibly put him at the MVP, but they gave it to him because they gave the MVP to Aaron Rodgers, or a contingency plan, like a contingency plan, like when what's his name? Peyton Manning could have won MVP back in 2012, but Adrian Peterson won MVP because he almost broke the rushing record. So I think LaDainian Tomlinson, the year that he won MVP, I think the year LT won MVP, he might have won Offensive Player of the Year. But ain't nobody ever won because Jim Brown is the only guy who's ever won Rookie of the Year and the MVP. He's the last rookie to win MVP. So at the very least, last offensive rookie to win MVP. Again, LT won defensive. I know LT won defensive player of the year and defensive rookie of the year his rookie year. I know that. So but yeah, what's the word I'm saying? But yeah, it's why not Spence if he's I get you. I understand like it's simple because they have no choice. I get you. I understand. But the thing is, I mean, I don't know if they'll do it. That's my whole thing. I don't know if they'll do it because it's just like it's like the Maxwell Award and the Heisman. Like normally they give the Heisman to obviously the person who did the Heisman, and they give like the Maxwell Award to like basically like the Heisman runner up. Like a lot of times, like whoever wins the Maxwell, they know they're not gonna win the Heisman. So it's kind of like that's kind of like how they go away with giving make sure everybody gets a trophy type situation. But we could and should be having that conversation like, hey, we could be talking about that. We could be sitting talking about that CJ Stroud could be well deserving. I mean, they should definitely be rookie year. But we talking about guys that could be deserving of the MVP, rookie year, and offensive player of the year. Like that's crazy. That's crazy. And then that means D'Amico Ryans should be concerned. Where's the coach of the year conversation? Because D'Amico Ryans should be definitely put in to be coach of the year. Where's the coach of the year conversation? Like that's what we talking about right now. We talk about some real trophies and real awards going on NRG. We talk about some real trophies and awards going to NRG, man. We're definitely talking about that, man. Like for real. We are definitely talking about that right now. We are definitely talking about that right now. So. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they did, and so the Bengals. The Bengals had good defense as well. The Bengals had a good passing defense as well. It's between D'Amico and Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson, the offensive coordinator for Detroit. You think can a coordinator win rookie? Can a coordinator win coach? Yeah, I know. I can't think of his name. Uh, uh, I can't think of his name. Used to coach for Tampa Bay and the Cardinals. Ah, just won Super Bowl with Tampa Bay with Tom Brady. Can't think of his name. Damn, I know he won Coach of the Year when he was with the Colts, but that's because he ended up taking an intern because Chuck Pagano had got sick. Chuck Pagano had got sick, and he ended up taking over for Chuck when Chuck had got sick. Oh, then you meant Dan Campbell. Bruce Arians, yeah, Bruce Arians. Thank you, that's his name, Bruce Arians. Yeah, Bruce Arians had got it. Like he was the offensive coordinator, but then Chuck Pagano had got sick. He ended up coaching the rest of the season. Ended up coaching them going to the playoffs and stuff like that. He ended up winning. Coach of the Year. But yeah, Dan Campbell could. Especially if Detroit wins the division, what they should. But if we talk about if the Texans win the division, like if the Texans as a rookie head coach go in and beat Jacksonville, who not only won division last year, also won a playoff game last year. If we go in there and win the division by sweeping Jacksonville, win the division with a rookie head coach, rookie offensive coordinator, and a rookie quarterback, it has to be D'Amico Ryan. It has to be D'Amico Ryan. It does. I mean, I don't even know what the Lions' record is. Like the Lions, if the Lions will win like 15-1 or 16-1, however it is, something like that, then yeah. But I already know they lost a couple games. I know they at least lost 2, if not 3. So unless they have like some type of incredible record like that, like something like that, but nah. If we win the division, he should be the if we win the division, CJ should win Rookie of the Year and should be, if not the MVP, at the very least in the finalists for MVP. Because really, there's really not a front runner for the MVP right now. I know people talking about Lamar Jackson. We talk about CJ. Lamar Jackson, veteran, threw possibly the game losing pick. He threw a pick six. They definitely cost him the game. Like his pick cost them the game. So, like, and they were beating them. They were dominating. Actually, glad he threw the pick six because the guy I'm playing against in fantasy has Lamar Jackson. So I'm glad he threw an interception because CJ, CJ had them giving CJ 2 fumbles and they ended up getting a pick. Kind of put a damper on everything. But no, I don't even know exactly really what Nico's issue is. I don't know if Nico will be back next week. Hopefully he will. I mean, we need everybody we can get on this next stretch. We need everybody. We need everybody here, all hands on this upcoming stretch. We do. We definitely do, because this right now is going to sit up here and put us in the situation. This right here going to put us in the situation where we could possibly win the division and take control of the division, because the Colts won today. And again, the Colts got a tiebreaker. The Colts have the tiebreaker. The Colts have the tiebreaker on you. Colts have tiebreaker on you. So as it stands right now, the best that you can do is tie the Colts. The best you can do is beat the Colts the last game of the season in time. So that last game of the season could very well be for the division. But the Colts did get swept against Jacksonville. So we gotta do our part by sweeping Jacksonville. But the thing is, like I said, the Colts don't have any more games against Jacksonville, so Jacksonville's not going nowhere. We gotta take care of business. And like I said, it's to that point. The Texans are in control of what they need. They write the Texans, everything the Texans want in front of them is completely in front of them, and they have the control of. They control their own destiny. Like the Texans do take care of their business, they win the division. You got to take care of your business. You got to take care of business. Even though the Colts have the same amount of wins as you, they also have an extra loss because they haven't had their bye week yet. They haven't had the bye week yet, so they already had their fifth loss. So they 5-5 last time. I think that's what I seen. They was 5-5. So, but you gotta take care of your business. You gotta take care of your business. Yeah, you definitely do, man. And shout out to everybody that came out here, man. Shout out to everybody that's in the super chat love. Definitely appreciate that. Definitely appreciate that. Shout out to everybody that came out there. Everybody that hit that like button. If you ain't hit the like button, go ahead and hit that like button before we go. Man, Texans got that big dub. So go ahead and hit that like button before we go. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate everybody to come. Thank you for everybody coming out and coming in. Got a whole bunch of videos coming in this week. So be tuned. Look out for the channel. Make sure you like, you share, you subscribe. We still in the race to get the 5,000 subscribers. 6,000 subscribers. Sorry, I already got the 5,000. We're still in the race to get the 6,000 subscribers. We less than 400. We less than 400 subscribers away from 6,000. So I definitely need y'all help to get 6,000 subscribers. I need you to tell a friend, they can tell some more friends, so they can tell a whole bunch more friends and put them on game with the channel. Like I say, videos coming this week. Gonna be going live again on Friday. Probably be looking out for something on Friday. Just put that out there. So make sure y'all tune in. Cause some of y'all want to hit the birthday live, and that's cool. I know people has things to do, but make sure y'all tune in. Cause it's probably something very, very key going to be announced on Friday. So make sure that y'all pay attention and hit that. Make sure you hit that bell, get your notifications up so you're notified every time I go live. But something very, very special and important possibly could happen on Friday. So make sure y'all just put that out there. So make sure y'all pay attention. Y'all pay attention to all that. But like I said, make sure you hit that like button. Thank you for coming out there, everybody. Like I said, hit the super chat. Hey, like I said, shout out to CJ Stroud for that game winning drive. Shout out to D'Amico for having that defense out there. Shout out to Noah Brown for the way he played and having a career game. Shout out to that boy Tank. Shout out to that boy Singletary for having a career game. Shout out to Bobby Slowick for trusting CJ even though he didn't make the mistake. Hey, shout out to Shaq Griffin for the pick. Man, shout out to everybody out there, man. Shout out to the kicker. I forgot the kicker's name, but shout out to him having the game-winning field goal. Man, like I said, shout out to all y'all. Like, share, subscribe, comment below, click the bell, get more videos. I holla.